Hello, hello. Hopefully, having a wonderful day tonight. I am your host, I'm always the one, Neko. Today is currently August 11th. I think in about from today's date, I think it's about 2 or 3 weeks till my birthday. I know it's about uh 16 days, so about slightly 2 weeks. Um, Once this gets uploaded to YouTube, though, it'll probably be like maybe less than a week. Uh, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Um, there's a lot of weird ass noise in the game. Um, I'm still trying to think of ideas of what to do for uh like sub goals that I want to do for my birthday, for the week of my birthday, so that way uh people can like get stuff, or like I do certain things. One thing I would like to do, but I don't know how I'd go about doing it without showing my face. And this was more of a joke thought, was to do a maid outfit, just because. Excuse me. Ooh, that hit me like a fucking bag of rocks. Like, it wasn't that bad, but it was still kind of bad. Sorry about that. But yeah, let's get into the game, and if y'all have any questions about that or would like to suggest anything, let me know down in the comments on the YouTube side of thing, or if you follow me at pretty much Neko the Grimm Sage anywhere, and or just check the description for the easier way to find me. Um, that's a way that you can give me suggestions as well. I I'm not saying you have to, but I would appreciate it. I personally can't think of anything that's like, oh, this would make a good thing. Now, I will admit, I do have some games that I haven't redeemed over on Fanatical and Inaba. I might do that.
How are you
It
settling in,
just all
Eric?
depends.
Things going well?
Good. Yeah, they're fine.
Mm,
Just good?
No,
I
not
appreciate
really.
what you did.
Something's going on at the hold, and it's making the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. The Eye publicly scorched you for opening up Asylum, and yet I've heard him telling the Spindle that this could be a good thing. Meanwhile, the runners are stretched paper thin keeping supplies moving. Which, of course, leaves my people no time to deal with actual threats.
Sounds like you could use some help. What's the problem?
Really? Ah, dancing winds, where to start? No,
Dancing
wait, I know.
wins.
The Spitfires. A particularly aggressive group seems set on spreading through Denevron. In particular, they're building nests in some areas I was hoping to use as training grounds, but we had to pull out due to the risk.
Would the areas be safe if I took care of the nests?
Yes, though the nests are very durable. They will turn brittle if you get them cold enough.
Consider it done. Anything else?
Maybe an odd request. Could you ask Oria if I could power the scry while you're tackling them?
Why not ask her yourself?
I feel like I have a lot to learn from Oria and how she works with you. And it's strangely intimidating to admit that to her directly.
She is a force of nature. I get it. I'll ask.
Mm.
Thanks again for offering to talk to Oria for me. It's genuinely exciting to learn from someone new for once. Our community's pretty insular.
Insular? I assume, like, one?
Hi, Aurea. I am here on behalf of Arakim.
That's weirdly formal. Everything all right?
He finds you intimidating. Personally, I don't see it, but I thought I'd be extra polite for his sake.
He does. Good. What does he want?
He's wondering if he could power the scry while I run an errand for him. he's hoping you'll give him tips.
Happily. But feel free to tell him I was a bit scary, to keep him on his toes.
Singular means you're closed off from everything and don't interact with people. I kinda guessed as much, but at the same time, it was like I can't say I've ever heard the word, and that's what I was thinking. Like it was similar to the word insulated because insulated. So I was like, oh, it must mean like to be with only oneself, like a group of people that stays by themselves.
Hey, you alright?
Yes. There's something I should have told you, so I'll just come out and say it. I was born in the Enclave.
Excuse me.
How is that possible?
Oh, luck or tragedy, depending on your perspective. Before I was born, my mother and father lived here happily for several years. But they decided it would be better if my mother raised me with my grandmother and great aunts for the first few months of my life. So she left with me when I was just a hatchling, with every intention to return.
But the surge happened.
The life I should have had was lost for good. Because of all this, I never knew my father. I don't even know his name.
This is definitely a twist. I feel like you could have told me sooner.
I am sorry for that. You need to be able to trust me.
So why hide it?
Talking about difficult and private matters is not my strong suit. And frankly, I rarely see the point in dwelling on the past.
Does your family have something to do with your attachment to the Enclave?
Being here has meant a lot in some ways, and in others, it's very different from what I expected. Meeting the Hearthsiders was a lifelong dream. But the circumstances of our encounter? Not what I'd envisioned.
I'd imagine.
Knowing now that this is your birthplace, I can see why that would be disheartening.
This was meant to be my home, after all.
Isn't it a little strange your mother never told you his name?
She was separated from him so suddenly. She had no chance to say goodbye. My mother is a strong woman, but whenever I asked about him as a child, she could only manage a few words before her face would crumble. She found it too painful to discuss, and I never wanted to pry.
But now?
I can't help but wish I knew who he was.
Is it common for Oberon hatchlings to be raised apart from their fathers?
No, but it is common for extended family to be involved in the raising of children. As you know, I come from a long line of weavers, many of whom traveled in caravans their entire lives.
Make a note of any other interesting words you come across for me for when I get back. Of course.
It was apparently quite a shock when my mother fell for a Hearthsider.
So your parents were looking for a compromise when it came to raising you?
Exactly. And I wouldn't trade my childhood on the road. My great-aunts and my grandmother made me who I am, after all.
Still, you missed out on your father. It's natural to wonder about him.
I suppose.
So, we're going to find out who your father was.
You would help me?
Of course. Maybe Lane would have some ideas on where to start.
Actually, I had an idea myself. The spindle mentioned a statue of my mother. It's clear the Enclave commemorated their champions. I can't shake this feeling my father is among them.
You think there's a statue of your father?
I know it sounds strange, but the handful of times that my mother spoke of him, she described him as this great hero. Since she was one herself, is it so crazy to think she might have meant that literally?
Maybe not. I can scope out the statues in Upper Denevron for a resemblance, if that's what you want.
Good. And thank you.
But of course.
This is a little out of the ordinary, but the spindle gave me a key swatch. Or rather, she dropped off a letter with one enclosed on my desk in the camp. No one saw her come in or out.
Why not just hand us the key swatch at Cassidy's hold?
According to her letter, what she's asking us to investigate is highly confidential.
So, chances she was authorized to give us this key swatch are...
Slim to none.
Where does it lead?
Starlight Cape. An island outpost that was abandoned following the surge. Strange sightings were reported from the mainland. However, the Hearthsiders couldn't afford to send scouts.
That's why the spindle thought of us.
We are notorious for probing arcane mysteries.
Why was Starlight Cape abandoned?
Winds are always stronger on the coast, and the dramatic weather following the surge made the island inhospitable. Its military personnel were redeployed as civilian relief. And though at one time a bridge connected the island to the mainland, it was destroyed in the earthquakes.
So it's only accessible by Loomgate. What kind of sightings are we talking about?
Apparently, the island's defining feature is an observatory at the top of its mountain. Over the years, several scouts had reported moving lights over the peak.
UFOs!
So, what do we know about Starlight Cape?
Not much. It's a small island to the Enclave's northeast, just inside the Vale. It was fortified to watch the sea lanes, though not as heavily as Cassidy's. The rocky shore was a natural barrier to landing. Though I do recall the smith in my mother's band telling me that he'd never seen a clearer night sky than at Starlight Cape. These small islands rarely have much lamplight due to the fact that so few people live on them.
Huh.
Makes sense.
Happy to check it out.
Good. Here's the key swatch.
And another key swatch. Lovely.
Aurea, I'm curious. Why the sudden interest in finding out more about your father?
He was trapped in the Enclave my entire life. This is the first chance I actually have to find out who he was.
Right. But I guess what I mean is, you really never tried to find out more from your mother.
I always had this sense that it wasn't something she could discuss. There was a heaviness in the air when his name came up. She was in love with him. And then she lost him in this cataclysmic event that no one could have predicted.
That must have been unimaginably painful.
No shit.
She wasn't a tragic figure, though. She carried it well. You'd never know she was in pain. And truthfully, I had such a good life with my mother and my grandmother. It wasn't like I felt he was missing.
Until now.
Until we arrived here, yes. Something about this place just makes it clear how much I've lost because of the surge.
Being here makes me wonder. If the surge hadn't happened, would I have been forced to leave home to become a weaver?
Most certainly not. You would have been a valued member of society, not an outcast. Did you have a good relationship with your mother?
I probably take more after my dad than my mum, that's for sure. But I love her all the same.
She gave you a good life then?
Oh, the best. It was hard to leave it behind.
My mother and I had our ups and downs throughout my life too. As daughters get older, we understand our mothers better.
Any chance our mothers understand us better with age too?
She'll come around to the weaving, if that's what you're worried about. She loves you after all.
She does. I know that much.
That hit a little harder.
Bryn, I'm glad you're here. I need to talk to you.
What's going on? You look pretty tired.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just... About those 90 Drake scales, I know Arya said we don't need them, but she just doesn't understand. It's dangerous out here, you know? Especially now that these Surgeborn are loose. We need to be prepared for anything. It's just gnawing in the back of my head. Do you think you could do it?
I'm guessing Aurea doesn't know you want me to go drake hunting. Do you really think it's a good idea for us to go behind her back?
It looks bad, but she just doesn't see what I'm seeing.
To be honest, I'm not sure I see it either.
Please, just trust me.
Seriously, when's the last time you slept?
Kashar don't need as much sleep as Ashar or Casil.
But you need some sleep.
It's been a while, maybe 10 days, or a week. I'm fine.
Bruh. One day had me fucked.
You haven't told me why we need them, or better yet, why we need 90.
We want the best gear and weapons, don't we?
So Sola asked for these?
No, exactly. They have other uses too.
Kaz, you need to tell me what's really going on here. I want to help, but the Drake scales? The Weaver Band is okay. More than okay. We're in the best shape we've been in since we entered the Enclave, now that we've made contact with the Heartsiders. Besides, the caravan is looking pretty full. It's not making sense.
You think I'm insane?
No, of course not.
Era's breath. I shouldn't have brought this up. Ugh. But you just don't understand. Everyone could die if I don't... It would be my fault.
Whatever this is, please just tell me what's going on.
No. I shouldn't have burdened you. Sorry, just go.
But Kaz...
I can't talk about this anymore.
Casmin is not okay. And I don't think bringing her more stuff is the answer. I'd better talk to Aurea. Hey, Aurea. About Casmin.
I know. I'm worried too. So is the rest of the band. Let's talk at the archive, privately. I'll join you and Lane in a moment.
All right.
Wood for the trees.
And then, Sev and I realized we might be able to repurpose the carapace more than just loon gates.
Uh-huh.
Purely theoretical right now, but I'm contemplating tangle-resistant gear, or even a protective layer around the caravan.
Dom, I'm a little busy trying to look over these Tarmakine schematics again. Do you mind coming back later?
Oh, okay. You're right. We can discuss theoretical magic anytime. I'll leave you to your work.
Oh. Hey, Bryn.
Everything all
shit.
right? Things between you and Dom seem off lately.
Yeah, a bit. I'm not sure he understands what my work on the Tarmakine smithing techniques means to me.
Have you told him how you're feeling?
It feels like he's so wrapped up in his own discoveries that he's not hearing me.
He is easily distracted, but maybe you should try again. If there's one thing I know about Dom, it's that he loves you. He must care about your feelings.
Then why isn't he asking about them? Sorry, this isn't on you. I'm just frustrated. I need to do more than just tell him what Tarmakind means to me.
How so?
I need to show him. By investigating Tarmakind practices, maybe I can make some headway on restoring these techniques. Then he'll understand.
Hey, I'm always down to investigate lost knowledge, especially in the name of love.
You'll help me?
Of course.
Amazing. I'll ask the Axel if she knows anything about Tarmakine smithing in the Enclave.
Great idea. I'll meet you at Cassidon's Hold.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Ooh. That I've heard, or no words that I didn't already know the meaning to.
Good news. It was tough going, but I managed to convince Madame Silverbeak to take you under her wing.
Madame
Silver-
Silverbeak. Wins. I'll wear my good socks. I've coordinated lots of operations from Cassidon's Hold, but I never had much formal training. More
Also, welcome back.
self-taught. A chance to learn from someone with decades of experience is an incredible opportunity. I'll be there with you then, when you get close to the nests. They're in the Bastion's yard and Envoy's Landing in Upper Denevron.
Shit.
You won't find Oria's father running amid statues, you know?
What do you mean?
You know what's most likely to get in the way of tracking down one's lineage? Family. A scholar wants to trace a family line to find connections between key historical figures? No problem. A living relative wants to find their great-grandfather using some oh-so-precious family heirloom? What a headache.
Why?
A scholar is objective. They have no emotional attachment to the family line, no sense of self wrapped up in the results of their study.
And you're saying Oria does?
I'm saying she needs to expand her search beyond Weaver heroes. She's not searching for family there, she's seeking identity. And without objectivity, her search will turn up nothing.
We aren't all defined by who our family is. Oria is just exploring her past. Who says it has to be some big reflection on her sense of self?
It doesn't have to be. But I've done a lot of ancestry for people that come from families as successful as Oria's. If she isn't assigning some greater meaning to all this, she'll be the first I've encountered.
I'll keep that in mind.
Food for thought, please.
Shit.
It's safe to say Casmin hasn't been acting like herself. She's always been tightly wound. This
Know
is
some people like
something
that.
else.
Bryn, she seems more open with you than most. Can you describe in detail what's abnormal about her behavior?
She's begging me for more supplies, even though the caravan is chock full.
Not that we could tell because she's covered it up.
More than that, she just seems distressed. She's always talking about worst-case scenarios, and lately it's like she's convinced we're all going to die.
I have heard rumors of abnormal behavior developing in Kashar that could be linked to this.
Oh shit.
What kind of rumors?
In polytheistic beliefs that are pervasive in the southern part of the Maida, there is an affliction known as Ira's Plague. The sufferer is haunted by twisted visions of death and pain. The goddess of justice, Ira, won't allow the sufferer inner peace until they repent through scrupulosity.
So fuck it. I was about to say, thank you, game, for giving me the option for a definition.
Scrupulosity. What is that exactly?
Oh, my apologies. I forget most people don't follow UD in eschatological study. Scrupulosity can be best described as a series of repetitive acts that one is compelled to do.
The hell is the fucking word I couldn't catch in time? The estological? Or fuck, didn't catch the word.
For example, if Casmin is plagued by relentless images of our band dying from exposure,
She might send our point out over and over again to retrieve supplies.
yes, in order to dispel the horrific visions.
Are you seriously suggesting Casmin is... what? Possessed?
Of course not. I'm confident that this is merely a stigmatized phenomenon that could not be explained through facts or science. So the populace explained it through religious folly instead.
Any ideas what facts could explain it?
Not yet.
I didn't realize Casmin was spiritual. Is she really trying to hide these visions from us?
Though not devout herself, Casmin grew up with a strict Ashar mother.
You're right, she did.
It's possible Casmin's affliction was a point of shame or contention between them. Perhaps she fears rejection if she shares her experience with us.
I'm gonna butcher that word so many times. Eschatology. Eschatology. Study of the end of the world in religion. So it's not just a made-up word for the game, it's an actual real word. I greatly appreciate knowing that there's a word for that. And for having someone smart enough to actually know the word. It's not surprising to hear that the last time you probably heard that word is in a religious context. I'm not trying to be funny, but it's not surprising that that's the most recent memory of you hearing that word or in reference to that word.
Kashar, what does Era's plague have to do with them?
While most see Kashar as a celebrated merging of the two cultures, some fringe sects disagree. They believe the wider lineage simply leads to more ancestral sin that must be atoned, and thus only Kashar can be afflicted.
Really? Where do you land?
The concept of impure lineage is clearly hogwash, but I suspect the affliction could somehow correlate to the Kashar's unique physiology.
All right. Casmin is suffering. We need to do something about it.
And preemptively? No exorcisms?
As I said, this is likely nothing more than a condition that has been stigmatized by religion. A scientific
Sad but true.
explanation must exist, and thankfully, we are in the heart of progressive thinking.
You think the Enclave could have done research on this?
Makes sense. Where should I start looking?
The steps in the upper city is where I'd start. Between the main building of the spire and the atrium used to stand a school for alchemists. From your explorations, the surge hit that area pretty hard, but some of the building may still be standing.
Great. What am I looking for?
Maybe the name of someone who suffered like Casmin, or a healer who treated the condition. If you find someone like that, you'll want to search the areas of the city where they spent time. Era's plague is wildly misunderstood across the Maida. If we could find a treatment, it could help more than Casmin.
You're right. I'll start with the steps, then expand my search.
See, okay. Sorry for the wild side tangent. That's one thing I like about certain other religions is that they teach about like the ones that I somewhat know about. I wouldn't say they compare themselves, but they do talk about other ones, about other religions, and it's like they want a better understanding of the myriad of other religions and whatnot, and how they are similar and dissimilar. Which I'm not sure if dissimilar is a word or not. But regardless, um, but the thing is, like, I wish more people understood that it's not just one religion out there, and it's more than the one that they're in. Like, you can have yours while still respecting others. So, like, I know there's not only pagan out there. I know there's not just Judaism or Taoism or Christianity. There's there's probably 1,000 more out there, and probably even 1,000 more than that. But the thing is, it's sad that we don't, as a people, learn about all the different religions and educate ourselves on the different religions. And it's sad. It sucks, but not every religion does it, and I can say, at least for the amount of time that I did, I would say a bit of research on the different religions, that the only ones that actually do talk about it mainly ones that are mainly ones that are more open-minded and aren't as closed off from the rest of the world. Converse with holy people of the other religions in an educated way to be. And that's what I'm saying though, like, it would make more sense if people understood, oh, not every religion is exactly the same, but there are a lot of similarities. Yeah, every religion is going to be different from one another, but there's going to be a lot of similarities and um a lot of quote unquote red threads, if you know what I mean by that. There's a lot of red threads connecting a lot of religions in one way or another.
Kaz, you know you can talk to us about what's going on, right?
Nothing's going on. I'm fine, I promise.
You don't seem fine, though.
Yeah, the word
I appreciate what you
fine,
did.
really?
It's just, no one seems to understand how important the Ashpeak Drake skills are, and bad things are going to happen if we don't. You know what? I just can't talk about this right now. I'm sorry.
Can I actually get the 90? Okay, I need to look this up. 1 second, I need to look this up. So apparently, no one online, at least from my quick search, uh, actually looked into seeing what would happen if you got 90 scales for this person. Exactly, we were taught the history of how religions were related to each other and what some drew from others. It was very helpful and helped prepare me to teach comparative mythology. And that's the thing though, like, how can I put it? One of the biggest reasons why I stuck with um paganism, I don't want to say settled, but the reason why I felt like I clicked with paganism so much is because of the simple fact it's not just one. And I don't know how else to phrase it. It's not just one, like, quote unquote set of gods, because paganism kind of takes from all. And I don't mean like takes as in steals, like Christians. What I'm talking about is stuff like where a lot of it is like, oh, it's more of a concept, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily a singular religion, but a multitude of different religions that come together from my reading on it and research on it. A cape. Yes. I couldn't think of the word polytheistic. Yes. We're gonna go to Upper Denevra. No, we're gonna do this. Upper Denevra, Upper Denevra. Oh, bet. We can kill two birds, one stone. No pun intended, because we are doing the birds quest. Egypt? But yeah, monotheistic.
Aurea thinks her father could have a statue in the Enclave just like her mother.
Did they also have like that doesn't mean multiple gods? Monotheistic. Akhenaten.
So,
Or Akhenaten.
I'm looking for a male Oberon that fits our timeline. As impressive as Aurea's lineage may be, we're 200 years off the timeline for Arden to be her father. Not to mention the lack of feathers.
Yeah, that'll do it. God damn it. Thought I went to the steps area. I thought I went to the spire. Akhenaten.
Aurea's father is unlikely to be a Casil woman. Besides, when it comes to nurturing parental figures, Ramanos's shrewd eye for politics isn't what comes to mind.
Yeah, you never know.
The surge clearly hit Denevron hard. Still, what a view.
I did not know if I was going to make that or not. Why does that sound like something Raw would do? Not you. You're a treasure chest. Another treasure chest. The fuck? Dude. You have already taken like fucking 4 hits. Steps and up and over. So I went the wrong way. That gives me an idea. That could have been a lot worse. Instant. Lead to be in. Hold on. I think I was Egypt had an instant new belief in. So I was believed to be intersex. The statues were very androgynous and had mostly a feminine physique. Egypt reversed their policies and went back to went back to all the old gods when they died. I think that's the word. Apologies if I got it wrong. No, you're probably right, to be honest. No. Oh god. Oh goddamn you, motherfucker. How about a bit more? You want your shield? It's over there. They were definitely intersex based on their DNA. They were the first person known to be intersex in recorded history. Interesting. To say the absolute very least. Oh god, oh god. Just wanted items. I did get some more of that though, so. I don't remember seeing that enemy before. Or was that two different enemies? Surgemen are covered in an armor that regrows when exposed to tangles. Once this armor is broken off, they become immune to physical damage, but exceptionally weak to heat and freezing. Here, search more. Where'd you go? I don't know where you went. I hear you. Getting pissy. There was clearly a fight here. Right, let's see. Few warriors in here. I wonder. I want to test this out. Oh, yeah, fight.
Oria, this must be the statue of your mother that the spindle mentioned.
One of the greatest enchantresses of her time.
That's a lot to live up to.
What about this one?
Huh. This statue does depict an Oberon, but it's impossible to tell who it is.
Maybe there's another statue that isn't damaged.
I'll keep looking around the city.
Okay, this isn't gonna be easy, is it? I was thinking, oh, go to the arena. There's some statues. We can find it there. Ow.
Hi, Cousin Streambot.
That's as far as I can push the scry.
I was right there. I was outside of it. Also, Tweedledee and Tweedledum jumped after me. We can parry fireballs. We can parry fireballs. So not only do we have I parry everything. So now I've got to find another statue. I heard something.
I appreciate what you did.
Ba, 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 ba. Oh, so much for that. You don't like your own medicine, do you? Whoopsie! Her wings fluttering. Try something. Okay, it's in the air. Come on now. Fuck your ice. Fuck your ice.
in. I'm pulling you. Brace for it.
Now I have to be able to get over there. Because there's a glowing dot in the air. Can't think of anything else that would allow me. I don't mind that notification. I just get, it's just irksome when I'm streaming and I get that notification. It breaks up the time. Also, I wasn't feeling good at all today. Maybe because I hadn't slept in like 48 hours. That's the thought.
That's I got you. That's I'm pulling you. Brace for it. I got you.
There's gotta be a way I can get over there.
the lifeline, Grimm.
Think I may have figured out a way.
I'm pulling you. Brace for it.
Damn it! Not what I wanted.
And I'm pulling you. Brace for it.
There is a way to do this. I will figure out how to do it.
End of... I've got you. Can't stretch the scry any further. I've got you.
There's gotta be a way.
That's as far as I can push the scry. Hold on, hold on. Can't hold on, hold on.
Nope, nope.
That's as I've got you.
Okay. There's gotta be something I'm missing. Something I need to figure out.
I've got you.
Wish there was more guides on this online, but there aren't any because no one really plays it. Okay, this is starting to drive me mad. Like, there's no good reason why I can't make an ice bridge across this. Also, how the fuck am I supposed to get that? That floating thing up there.
I've got you. I'm pulling you. Brace for it.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Hold on. Fucking let's go! Let's go! Because fuck you in particular, you dick! Alright. I must just get back. Got over here! Doing everything. How the fuck do we get back?
Hold on.
Will it take me back to the random ass island? Yep, takes me back to the random ass island. I didn't think this far ahead. We technically got over here. We just don't have a way back. So about that. Oops. Oopsie. Earthguard gauntlets. Bonus armor. Woo! We got bonus armor. Don't really care. Gets a bit more attack. That would be a lot better. And we get that from Stricken Earth. That would give me more ice defense. We'll do that. We'll do that. Anything for more ice defense. Be the guild district? Could be in the guild district. Maybe the guild district. Hey, if you dozed off, you're okay. And another bird person. We figured out a way across the chasm. Through sheer dumb luck. Because that's the McGonagall way. Did that just do a circle? Well, yes. Yes, I did. Like a dumbass. Woo! Buddy boy. No? Oh. Like that. Got him! Oh, let's see if it was possible. Okay, how do we take that fucker out? Ooh, we got Arbrium from them. Nice. Okay, we gotta find another statue somewhere in here while it's ice cold. It's gotta be more statues, the bird people.
I appreciate what you did.
It was a must-see for visiting caravans.
Weavers and foreign dignitaries alike. The gardens were a pleasant backdrop to the trade negotiations that took place in Upper Denevron.
Just crawl across his crotch, why don't we? No? You don't want to land? Come on! Fucking stupid ass dragon. Cause you ain't nothing but a little punk. What? Land. Yep. Why land when I can just shoot from the skies? I'm about to say, oh, now you don't want to fly? Punk ass bitch. Fucking wanna be toothless. I think any other statues here. Trying to think, where are some statues at? Looks like it could have been a statue. Blanking where any more statues are. Statue, 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 where are the statues? Where's some more statues at? We tried this way? I have no idea. They've got them over there. Wait for me for a little bit. Hey, at least I got over. That the main goal was to get across the fucking death trap of a river. I don't have the patience to deal with them. Ooh, I got another root. We we gotta find a person. That's your father. No, 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 no.
End of the... Hold on.
It spawned me on a branch that I hit on the way down. Thank you, game. For spawning me on a branch as I was falling to my demise. That's the most logical place you could have thrown me, huh? isn't it dying from ice? That's not a new one that I haven't seen yet? Huh. So, statue down here? Check a boom. Not what I was looking for. Fucking freeze already! A plus fragment. Trying to remember if there's any other statues anywhere. No, not a bird. Maybe if we search from the rooftops, we'll get a better idea. Yeah. Statues. That's where that died. See more statues. Or what else? Or I should say, where else? Ooh, I can see the legs quivering. Them legs were quivering. That works. Anyways. See any more statues? Wish I could do fucking fire shell. Oh my god! Come on. I got bullshit on this fucking freezing of tag team freezers. Good. Spread some fire. I only got one Densicolifer from both of them. I got 3. Never mind. I got 3 in total. So much.
I appreciate what you did. Okay, we are near the steps.
No, I didn't. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Wrong one. There ain't no love. That works. Okay, I'm in the steps. The steps in Upperton. Oh, travel the stairs. Steps or whatever. That works. Search the stairs. Search the stairs. Easier said than done. Steps. Search in the steps area. Search the stairs. I'm in the steps area. No, I'm in the spire. Okay. Investigate ears, plague in the steps. The steps is such a small area, though. That down. Playing baseball now. I felt like we were playing baseball for a little while. Either that or Legend of Zelda. I'm killing for that.
Not much of this building left, but looks like it's my lucky day. This tome's titled Disordered Thinking and Mental Anguish. Looks thick. An insert says, a herbalist in the market found success treating a variety of patients suffering from these types of afflictions. Better search the market next.
It's garment. The headpiece. I don't know if these are random ass islands. Hello. I'd gladly take that. I don't have too much of that. We gotta check the markets in Lower Denebron, of course. I got 3 health. I got 3 health bars. We need to go to Lower Denebron, which is clear. We need to go to the market, which is north of Broker's Arch. Oh, happy, happy, joy, joy.
Trover's Gate was the end of the Strand Road.
Led through Forbridge and beyond the Vale.
End of the lifeline, Grimm.
Y'all wanna fight me? Come on. Let's fight this. Let's all together now. Whoop. Ah, come on, let's fight this fucker. Let's all fight this fucker. Beautiful. Dang. Oh. No. No, 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 no. Much health. Health satchels, please. No, 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 no. Nope, not what I'm looking for. Oh god. Squirt. We are back in action. Ooh. Oh yeah, I don't want to fight this? This fucking behemoth? What do I get rid of? Okay, and it says we need to search the market. After it's been destroyed, yeah, that's super helpful. Maybe it's in here? Like, up here? We're just gonna watch these two idiots fight. Aww. Take the headphones off for a couple minutes. No? You see this big ass monster right beside you? I killed that shit.
I appreciate what you did. Oh. You would think the hidden area would be the thing that you need to go to. In the market, I might add. I don't have to worry about that. I keep forgetting that gives me a thing. I forget. I keep forgetting that.
A ledger belonging to the herbalist that owned this stand. There are notes on all kinds of afflictions, both physical and mental, that were treated here. Looks like they asked one patient with symptoms similar to Casmin to keep an eye on it during treatment. I wonder if I could track it down. He lived in the lower city.
Yeah, I could try phasing through a wall. You know what? We're gonna climb up.
Alright, now where does it take us?
Isn't that the same Oberon statue you found in the atrium?
Maybe if I burn the vines, I'll be able to see who it is. Matteo Agretius, known for his acts of bravery following the surge. Could this be your father, Aurea?
Perhaps. Arakim might know how to confirm.
Ow! Little shitheads.
A diary. The man it belonged to details all his anxieties and intrusive visions. I wonder if Casmin could relate to him. It's hard to think about her experiencing all this alone. He mentions that he also sought help at the Hollow Pyre Rise. I should check the temple for more information.
Look, rise in the upper. Because of course we go from lower to the upper. I think it's still frosty here. Yep, still frosty. Hollow Pyre Rise. So I need to go to the guild district actually. Okay, rise. Let's go to the Hollow Pyre Rise.
A tome on religious afflictions. I wonder if it might document something similar to Ian's pain. If Casmin really believes she's been cursed or afflicted, no wonder she's trying to keep it to herself.
Grimm. We're gonna head back because we got a lot of items I don't really want to lose, and we've got a couple of missions that we've pretty much completed at this point.
Arik, about those statues in Upper Denevron.
You mean the Friends of the Eye?
No, I was talking about the champions.
Ha! Some of them, maybe. But you could be the most heroic weaver in the world, and unless you're cozying up to leadership, there's no statue being built in your honor.
Huh.
Anyway, what do you want with them?
Well, we're wondering if there could be a familial connection between someone in our band and one of the figures represented on the statues.
You could dive through the archives we've preserved in Caston's Hold on all our heroes. That's the slow, boring way.
Don't let Lane hear you say that.
Or you can compare mantles to see if their patterns are a match.
You can tell two people are related through their mantles.
The spindle could tell you more about the science behind it. But from what I understand, there are similarities across bloodlines in how a weaver's cloth pulls magic from the air. A pattern tracer allows us to analyze those similarities between two weavers' patterns. I'll give you a design for it. Once it's built, take it to the Axle and she'll trace the mantles for you. We've preserved mantles belonging to all our heroes in Caston's Hold.
Thanks, Arik. Aurea will be pleased.
Aurea? For what it's worth, she's twice the weaver any of those statues might claim to be.
You gotta be kidding me, not the Avery. Oh, God damn you. Know how long
Now
it
that
took
we
me to
have the
get
pattern
there?
tracer, it's time to head to Cassidon's Hold.
Ooh, I like the look of that one. I don't care for the bonus armor, because it makes you slow as shit. Hey Cal, if you're still there, do you know the term exacerbated? Severity is often exacerbated by 48 pounds. I'm assuming that means like to increase. Or like to increase in
increased by poor eating habits, limited physical activity, and lack of sleep. The research also suggests that this condition isn't unique to Kashire, but due to their irregular sleep schedules, they may experience it in a greater severity. Ram, Oberon, Astra, and Kessel are all also documented as having experienced it. Why does Idra Plague sound like ADHD? Like, I'm not joking. Like where it says, like right here, it says, the hypothesis of the plague being a disorder of the mind rather than a supernatural affliction led them to more clearly define the disease's symptoms. The sufferer experienced a cycle of intrusive thoughts of their own violent, disturbing nature, resulting in all manner of compulsions to fix themselves, fix themselves. Hold on. Resulting in all manner of compulsions to fix them, including hoarding, checking, ordering, and rearranging, and asking for reassurance repeatedly, among many others. Like, this just screams like either ADHD or like a form of like autism or something. Patient diary belonging to a castle in Denevron paints a portrait of a man who suffered from this condition intensely. His intrusive visions began following the birth of his son. In his diary, he describes being plagued by images of him dropping his newborn son and killing him. His relationship with his wife began to suffer as he became too afraid to hold the baby and thus was unable to partake in his share of the parental duties. Finally, he sought help. An herbalist in Lower Denevron was able to concoct a sleeping balm that allowed him to finally sleep. This, in combination with a strict regimen of diet, athletics, and mental exercises, helped him to combat his intrusive visions. From progress notes included in my dossier, it would seem that over time he was able to regain control over his life. Unfortunately, many sufferers of Iris Plague do not have access to this information of rehabilitation across the Meta due to the stigma and misinformation related to the condition. Because of course.
Exactly as I theorized. Era's plague is little more than a stigmatized condition with a perfectly rational explanation, which is a perfect storm of family traits and lifestyle choices exaggerated by circumstance. Diet,
I wonder if
athletics, and
exacerbated
sleep all
is
factor in.
exaggerated.
Casmin hasn't been sleeping much.
Might be worth presenting this research to her to see if the rest resonates.
Good idea.
Oria and I will join you when you're ready.
Oh, goody. We get to have an intervention. Sarcasm.
When's the last time?
No. Got a pet her buddy boy. Drown.
Casmin, we need to talk.
Aw,
Can
shit.
it wait? I'm in the middle of touch counting the armory.
No, it can't.
We've been worried about you.
I'm fine. Seriously, don't worry about me.
No one has seen you sleep in days. You're clearly hiding 2 bands worth of supplies behind the caravan shutters. And half the time you're talking a league a minute about catastrophes that are never going to happen. We can't let you keep going like this.
No. Maybe I've been a little off lately, but I'm fine, seriously. I'm just trying to keep our Weaver band prepared in case... I just want us all to be safe.
We are safe.
Kaz, I've been doing research on a condition you might know as Ira's Plague.
I'm not possessed.
We know. The Enclave's studies on Ira's Plague concluded that it's not a religious affliction, but a disorder of the mind. The sufferer experiences a cycle of relentless, disturbing thoughts and all manner of compulsions to fix them, including hoarding. Though it may be passed on through families, this condition is often exacerbated by a lack of sleep.
Bryn found a diary belonging to a Cassil man in Denevron who suffered from this. I think you should read it. He describes the intrusive visions that began after the birth of his son. Horrible fears he would drop his baby that he was so ashamed of, he couldn't share them with anyone.
That's awful.
It reached a point where he couldn't hold his own child, until he sought help.
So, you're saying, if I have Ira's Plague, there's a cure?
We found evidence of a treatment, yes. We'd need to talk to someone at Cassidin's Hold to know more. But we didn't want to speak to someone outside the Weaver Band on your behalf without talking to you first.
I don't know.
None of this is your fault. It's okay to get help. We all need it from time to time.
Very true.
But no one else seems to need help. Everyone else is handling being here just fine, and I'm the only one having a breakdown.
Hey, it could be any one of us tomorrow. And I know for a fact that if this were happening to anyone else, you'd cut them some slack.
She's right. It's hard for all of us to see you suffering like this. We care about you, and we just want you to be okay.
Fine. You can talk to the Weavers in Cassidin's Hold. I can't promise. I'm still not sure about all of this.
We'll go one step at a time.
You sure you don't want to run away, screaming?
What? Why?
Nothing. Never mind.
Come on. Seriously. What are you talking about?
It's just... That's generally the reaction that sufferers of Ira's Plague get across the Maida Basin. After all, Ira only stalks the wicked for penance.
Have you ever told anyone else about these visions you're having?
Only one person. My mother.
I take it she wasn't very supportive?
I'll never forget how she looked at me. Like she was terrified. She told me to keep my impure visions to myself, and that if I behaved, eventually Ira would leave me alone.
How old were you?
5. I had just started school, and I was struggling with being away from my parents to attend classes. Images of them murdered by bandits while I was away hounded me during the 6 hours I spent outside the home. I swallowed my fears, though, hoping, as my mother told me, that if I was good and went to school, the visions would stop.
Kaz, you do so much for other people. What could you possibly have to repent for?
I don't know. At all hours of the day, a voice is howling at me for never being good enough. Never hitting the mark. It's all I can hear. How am I supposed to ignore it?
Lane's research indicates that with treatment, you can, though.
I think if you knew how awful I really am, and how much I deserve to be reminded of it, you wouldn't say that.
Kasmin, we know you, and we accept you as you are.
We'll see.
Are you religious yourself?
I don't really know anymore. My mother was deeply religious, so I was raised to believe in the Southern gods. I always accepted them as real, but lately, I've begun to question.
The Southern is highly religious. I wonder if that could relate to anything in the US.
How so?
I mean, if what you've discovered is true, and the visions I have aren't penance from the goddess of justice, I've been hanging on to a lot of self-contempt for nothing.
That is a heavy burden to carry out of faith.
Even if Era actually was out for you, I still wouldn't run. Anyone who cares about you knows you're not a threat.
I wish I felt as sure of that as you do.
In time, I'll be able to say, I told you so.
Maybe.
Do any of them sleep? 'Cause, like, it's nighttime. And I never see any of them sleep. This one knows how to sleep. Until I pet him. This is going to help her. I feel bad for casting.
Isla, I was wondering if you might be able to help my friend.
Oh, what seems to be the problem?
I was wondering if you've heard of an affliction known as Era's Plague.
A damaging misnomer, but yes.
It certainly seems like the Enclave had a better understanding of it than the rest of the Maida does. I believe our quartermaster is suffering from it. She's a Kashar like you.
Ah, yes. The condition isn't unique to Kashar, but it's believed we experience it in greater severity due to our unique sleep cycles. I've heard of Ram, Obrun, Ashar, and Kassil alike who've experienced it. The first line of treatment is sleep. Unfortunately, that's difficult for Kashar. Thankfully, a sleeping balm should go a long way to help her. But it's not enough on its own.
Have you experienced Era's Plague yourself?
Not personally, no. But when I was born, my mother sought out the sleeping balm recipe in case I ever needed it, being Kashar. Great foresight on her part.
You've never spoken of your mother before?
She died before I was even a year old. And my father doesn't like to speak of her.
If this won't cure Kasmin, what else will we need to do to help her?
It's what she needs to do for herself, sadly. There is no cure for Ira's plague, only treatment and management of the condition. Sleep will put her on the right track, but she needs to eat properly and actively fight the compulsions that stem from her visions.
She has a long road ahead of her.
She does. But she's not walking it alone. She's lucky to have friends like you.
It's nice.
Is there a more accurate name for this affliction?
Unfortunately, no. The research done on disorders of the mind is limited, even here. And I suppose academics are hesitant to rename conditions until they've become better understood.
Changing the name would just confuse matters, especially after the surge.
Then again, using a name that implies an individual has been cursed by a goddess of justice doesn't exactly foster empathy for its sufferers.
So could you say it's like a sleep disorder?
How do I get hold of a sleeping balm?
Well, I can make one for you here if you bring me the ingredients. You'll need emerald lucin, a gemstone famed for its ability to radiate peace, and chill feather
appreciate
weave
what you
for
did.
its cooling properties. In addition to this, you'll need oil membrane for the formula, and of course, red cotton, because it filters the light so that the eyes find deeper rest.
I'll bring you those right away.
I feel like I have most of those.
And while I'm here, with a tree.
Bryn, you brought your talented smith. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I was wondering if you might have any information on Tarmakine's smithing practices within the Enclave.
I'm not well versed in Tarmakind myself, but I recall one smith who hoped to make the techniques more widespread prior to the surge. You could try searching the guild district in Heidenevron for a registry.
Sola is actually hoping to restore the lost art herself. Anything else I could look for that might help her?
The Smithing Guild also had an extensive library. You might find a tome on Tarmakind that could be useful while you're there.
Thank you so much.
I admire your ambition. What you're hoping to achieve is no small feat.
If anyone can do it, it's Sola.
I don't know about that.
I can believe it. Good luck in your endeavors. Arakim mentioned you wanted to compare a mantle with Matteo Agretius?
We'd like to see if he might be my father.
All right. I've set his mantle aside for you. I'll need yours too, and the pattern tracer to perform the test.
You all right?
A little nervous.
I have to say, your mantle is spectacular. Matteo's easily pales in comparison.
Oh, thank you. And, is he my father?
No, I'm sorry. It's not a match.
Oh, I see.
Hey, we'll keep looking. Maybe now it's time to talk to Lane?
You're right. We should consult with them. I just thought... Silly. I'll see you back at camp.
Oh, we can talk to him. Okay.
The Axel mentioned you were asking about my dear friend, Matteo Agretius.
You were close?
Matteo was a great man. In the aftermath of the surge, he went back for families that couldn't evacuate to Nevron. Sadly, he passed away a few years ago. You were comparing mantles to see if there might be a family relation?
Aurea was hoping he might be her father, but it turns out he's not.
Unfortunate. What an impressive lineage she would have.
He's actually nice? It was actually nice for once. Now, I know I have red cotton oil membrane. I want to say chill feather weave. I don't know about emerald lucent. That's the one I'm not sure on. Where there's smoke.
I was really hoping we'd find my father among the statues, but it's time to expand the search. You were right, Lane.
I often am. Let's build a census of male Oberon in the Enclave within a limited time frame that makes sense for your birth. Knowing your father had to have been here when the veil went up narrows our search significantly.
Time to chase a paper trail. Between the two of us, we'll find your father.
Yes.
Aurea, are you sure you're all right? Is this really just about your dad?
Of course. Sorry, I just really thought we would have found him already.
We will soon.
Our archival work might not be the most glamorous way to chase down a lost relative, but it is effective.
You're right.
Still can't upgrade the station. Red cotton. I know exactly where I can find red cotton oil membrane.
Oh goody, we got the miasma.
Red cotton for the balm.
Go for the weave. I think this is chill feather weave. Probably only gonna stay on for a little bit longer. Gonna get this weave real quick. Steve, the stupid bird.
Where did it go? I just saw it. Oh, okay, so it landed there. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? Where could the stupid bird be? There's the stupid bird. Need the bird to come down here. Stupid bird! Bring your ass down here. I'd very much like it if y'all were to just leave. Come on, stupid bird.
Chill feather leaf for the sleeping balm. I suppose suppose I sleep better when it's cool too.
Now, where the fuck do I find emerald? Be salvaged from Surgeborn fangs and Surgeborn hides. Surgeborn fangs and hides. Surgeborn, where your bitch ass at? Where can they be? Let's see. Trying to find a goddamn Surgeborn. Just need to find a Surgeborn. It's so hard to find one. That Surgeborn. Found a Surgeborn. Weaver. No. What's the thing I'm looking for? Maybe some of the tutorial stuff? Something upgrading or sticking. Those or objects that are defeated or destroyed using heat or cold are considered tempered and have a higher chance of dropping certain rare loot. Also note that cold will destroy low quality carved and forged. Heat will destroy low quality woven into hand. I'm not dropping that. Okay. I haven't found any hives. works. Okay, the only thing I'm missing now is Emerald Lucent. Where am I find that though? Scavenged from Surgeborn Fangs and Surgeborn Hives. Where do I feel like I've heard hives?
I appreciate what you did.
Harvest any great arc for a fresh Archon. What constitutes great Archon? I need to get to bed. Y'all need to get to bed. If y'all haven't already. But yeah, I want to say thank you all again for just stopping by, hanging out, and stuff of that nature. Um, Again, like I said at the beginning, if y'all have any suggestions on what I could do as like sub goals and whatnot, I'd greatly appreciate it. Anyways, as always, thank you all for stopping by. Look, each and every one of you beautiful souls out there. Hopefully, have a wonderful day, noon, and night. As always, no matter what anyone tells you, you are valid, you matter, and you are loved. Hope to see you beautiful souls next time. Peace. Bye. So sorry I didn't talk much this time. I got a slight headache or ear infection, I don't know. All I know is it hurts, and it hurts to think. But anyways, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.